Hi everyone, welcome back to the post-event functions video 3 of event management open elective course. So in the previous class or in the previous video we have seen what are the um, basic factors that needs to be considered for event budget preparation and what are the guidelines that the event manager has to follow for the preparation of event budget, then the essence of margin, the break-even analysis and cost benefit analysis. Now in this video let us see what are the different types of the costs. Okay, so generally speaking the costs are classified on different basis. Okay, but here we have certain types of costs that are related to any event, that is the direct costs. So direct cost, as the name itself suggests, these are the costs that are directly incurred in the cost unit. So any materials, any equipment, any labor, that means in talking about the cost that is being incurred in any manufacturing company. Okay, amount that is being incurred directly in the production department is called as the direct cost. The same way here, any materials, equipments and labor are considered as direct costs. Then the indirect costs are those costs which cannot be easily identified with the uh, cost location. Okay, so any amount of rent that you pay and any utility bills that we pay and the transportation cost, all those come under indirect costs. Then intangible costs are those costs that we pay for the brand image. That means, see, intangible is something which cannot be seen or touched, but it has the monetary value. Our brand image, that is our goodwill or reputation, what we call it, also has certain monetary value, though it cannot be measured in terms of money. Okay, so direct costs are the materials, equipments and labor, wherein indirect costs are the rent and any utilities and any transportation expenses that we incur, that is not directly concerned with the execution of the event. Okay, then opportunity costs are the costs that is being foregone in order to get the benefit of incurring an other cost. So this is the next best alternative cost. Okay, then a cost of potential risk. So cost of potential risks here is nothing but the amount that we may incur on contingencies. That means there are certain situations which we may face while conducting an event, which all of a sudden might occur, and for that particular reason we may incur certain contingent funds. So that is one of the costs that we consider in the event management. Okay, then the next one is the forecasting techniques. Okay, so under forecasting techniques, see, forecasting means predicting the future. You all know, predicting or estimating what is going to happen, all that. So this prediction is called as forecasting or predicting the future, and based on what is the important thing that you have to analyze. So predicting the future based on the results of the previous data. So you are going to predict the future which is based on the data that you already have with you. Okay, so if there are any results of the previous data, based on that you will be able to forecast or anticipate or estimate what is the amount that you are going to incur on that particular event. It involves a detailed analysis of past and present trends or events to predict the future events, and it uses certain statistical tools and techniques, and therefore this forecasting techniques is also called as statistical analysis. Okay, so the first one here is the quantitative methods. So quantitative methods is wherein we follow a technique in measuring the results or predicting the future in terms of numbers. Okay, then the qualitative methods qualitative methods, which is not a quantity in nature. Then average methods, naive methods, and the fifth one is the drift method. So these are the simple forecasting techniques that an event manager can use in order to forecast the amount that we may incur in future also. So wherein here see quantitative forecasting method, this actually makes the predictions about the future demand based on the analysis of the past historical data. And this data can expose some seasonal patterns and changing trends that could potentially impact the sales, and it can also help the businesses to make data driven decisions. But in qualitative forecasting, we rely on the subjective assessments and the expert judgment. Okay, so they are generally useful in situations where historical data is limited or the future is uncertain. You don't have much data in your hand about your past, but also you are not able to predict how the future would be. And in such cases, qualitative methods can be used, like a survey, doing surveys, marketing research, expert opinions, all that. Then under the average methods, you take the average of both qualitative and quantitative. Okay, then naive methods. So this method is a straightforward technique, I must say. This assumes that you will continue to perform as you have in the past. That means you're not going to change at all. So whatever the data you have in your hand, you are going to continue with the same. Okay, so that is the naive forecast. Then there is also something called as drift method of the forecasting technique. So here drift means any variation which happens in the naive method. In the naive method, you all know that you are going to continue the same as you are. In drift method, you consider the variation on the naive method, which allows the forecast to increase or decrease over the time. So here the amount of change over time is said to be the average change which is seen in the historical data. So that variation in the naive is considered as drift. That means bringing it up, okay, pulling it up. So this is about the forecasting techniques that we have for a event management. Then the last topic in this particular unit is the SWOC. SWOC means the strength, weakness, opportunities, and challenges. SWOC analysis. So the first one we talk about is the strength, weakness, opportunities, and challenges. These challenges can also be considered as the threats. Okay, so SWOC analysis plays a very important role in the event management because it is one of the strategic planning tool. So we consider this one as strategic planning tool because we need to know what are our strengths, what are our weaknesses, where are the opportunities, and what could be the challenges that we might be facing in future also. So this is one of the strategic planning tool which is used to identify and analyze the strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats or the challenges of the event management. Okay, so talking about the strengths, so these strengths can be considered as the attributes of the project or organization which are helpful in achieving the objectives. For example, any experienced event team, then high motivation levels, then excellent public relations and good market share that we have, all those are our strengths. That means for the successful conducting of the event, what is our strength? We have a good share in the market, so people will believe us, so people's belief is also our strength. Okay, so that is strength. Then weakness are the attributes. See, we measure the attributes here. Attributes means certain qualities. Okay, quality of our event management company, okay, of the project or organization which are harmful in achieving the project objective. See, we are working towards an objective, and in the successful attainment of that particular object, if there is something that is helping us, okay, so then it is called as strength. If there is something which is harmful, okay, helps in achieving project objective, okay, weakness is the one which is harmful in achieving the project objectives. Then opportunity is also the one which is helpful in achieving the project objectives again. So here little competitions are around us. See, business always should have a kind of a competition in the market, and otherwise the meaning of the business itself will not get connected to the event management if there is no competition happening in the market. Okay, so a little competition and a favorable economic conditions that we have. Sometimes what happens, we want to earn more profit, and the economic condition is as such that it is giving us an opportunity of paying less tax for this particular event. So what happens, though the amount that you are going to earn, you need not pay much of tax. So what happens, your tax and other costs get reduced and you make more money. Okay, so that is an opportunity for making more money through a event also. Then the threats or challenges, these are the harmful things. So here see, there are two harmful aspects and two helpful aspects in SWOC analysis. Strength and opportunities are the ones who help in achieving the project objectives, but weakness and threats are those which are harmful. So here threat may be high competition, but medium competition is always an opportunity to the business, but high competition and no support from the local authorities, bad weather, there is no confirmation whether the event is going to happen or not, because that day it might rain all of a sudden also. Then poor infrastructure, then high labor rate, so you are not able to afford labor for your event, and unavailability of raw materials, all that. Okay, so this is about the SWOC analysis. So with this, your fifth unit, that is the post event functions, comes to an end. I hope you all have understood whatever is being taught. Just to revise again, so we have seen the basic guidelines of budgeting as per the syllabus. Then we have seen the essence of margin, the break even analysis, cost benefit analysis, forecasting techniques, and the SWOC analysis. So when we talk about basic guidelines of budgeting, you have to mention these points, that in event budget the factors needs to be considered, and what is the role of the event manager in considering all those factors. We know that certain cost such as rent, catering, then transportation, decoration expenses, equipment fees, printing charges, gift expenses are all should be considered for preparation of event budget. But what is the role of event manager in that? Okay, that is the basic guideline that you are going to give. And then in the essence of margin, we got to know how the profit has to be calculated, and break even analysis, we got to know that there is one particular point wherein the company earns no profit, no loss, which is called as break even point. Then cost benefit analysis is the kind of what if analysis, wherein you try to analyze the benefit that you are going to earn with the cost that you are going to incur. Then we saw different types of costs and certain forecasting techniques. So then we also have seen SWOC analysis, wherein we understood what are the strengths of the event management company, weaknesses of event management company, opportunities and the challenges or threats to the event management company. So with this, the syllabus of event management is completed. Please do understand that this video is being made in order to encourage the blended learning, in order to involve you all in getting used to blended learning mode of studies. Okay, so any doubts you have, you can get back to me during the class hours, or you can post it as a comment also. Thank you all. See you.